Poly Levi here. I've recently heard a lot of stories about people finding treasure in their backyard, and like the person who believes everything he hears, I decided to grab my trusty rusty shovel and get to digging. And what do you know, I think I see something at the bottom right here. Give me a sec. Geronimo! Oh, sweet. Is this what I think it is? Oh, man, I gotta hit the gym more. But, anyway, look what I found. Super Mario Brothers 2. Why would anyone want to throw this away? Oh, wait, there's actually a note on the back. Maybe I should read this. If you found this cartridge, bury it again. It's creepy. It's not cursed or anything. It just made me pee myself. It's not actually Mario Brothers 2. It's actually just Crucis Mortem by White Void on itch.io and GameJolt. Well, I'll be another creepy Mario fan game. Who would have thunk? Well, too bad for you guys. I'm not really in the mood to pee myself, so back you go. Well, that was a waste of time.
3:28 a.m. 6 hours later.
Ugh. Oh man, I gotta actually get a real bed instead of just sleeping on my desk. What? Well, it looks like I've got no choice. I guess I gotta play this. Though, that's weird. Who would force me to play this creepy game? Who wants me to pee myself? Well, I guess we'll find out somewhere along the B-plot of this episode. Horror is one of the most popular genres when it comes to media, and the best medium for horror has to be video games. But within the horror genre, there are also a ton of different subgenres that have popped up over the years. One of the most popular subgenres to pop up in the recent times is analog horror, which I'm sure you've heard of before. It uses analog media such as camcorders and VHS tapes to heighten their scares. The low resolution makes it so that the horror is more so left up to the imagination, and the crunchy noises are just naturally kind of scary. However, another genre similar to that of analog horror has recently popped up and is quickly gaining popularity, and it's known as digital horror. It has a lot of similarities to analog horror, but of course uses the digital age of media instead of the analog age. Think classic Minecraft, classic Roblox, and Windows Vista. I've actually covered digital horror on the channel before, specifically two ARGs, the first being M.So, which is a series about a sentient Mario virus who destroys and haunts your PC, and the second one I talked about was more so in passing, but it's known as Andrew Gaming 67, a series about a guy touring his old Minecraft worlds that he shared with his friend who has been missing for months, until he eventually finds clues in his worlds and uncovers a decades-long mystery. They're both really good ARGs with great horror elements that effectively use your nostalgia against you. On pretty much the complete opposite side of the spectrum of horror is Lovecraftian horror, which is in basic terms more so the horror of the unknown and incomprehensible, cosmic creatures beyond our understanding with unfathomable power. Like I said, these two subgenres are kind of opposites, but, you know what they say, opposites attract. Oh, and something Mario. Yes, today I'm discussing the digital Lovecraftian Mario horror game, Crucis Mortem by White Void on GameJolt and itch.io. I know this concept sounds absolutely insane and doesn't seem like it has any potential to be good, but if you've seen my videos before, you'll know that a lot of these horror fan game devs have really stepped up in the modern age, and these people do a lot of amazing work and make some really amazing games. Still don't believe me? Well, fine, how about I just show you? The game starts with a main menu, go figure, but I just want to point out how simplistic, calming, and yet sinister this song in the background is. It's really well made. After a brief tutorial section, we boot into our operating system, Daisy OS, and we meet our new virtual assistant, and already, I don't trust Bro. The desktop is pretty much fully interactive, and you likely notice this amazing CRT filter over it. The whole desktop looks incredible and really just captures the vibes of classic operating systems super well. I opened up some pictures and found some concept art for a game, and that game is actually playable within this desktop, but it's not the main game of the game, you know what I'm saying? It's a top-down dungeon crawler investigation type game. I don't really know how to classify this, but it's pretty fun and there seems to be some bits of lore in it. These notes clue us in that there's this kid who seems to be growing up in a somewhat abusive household, but they also hate rats for some reason, I think. Crucis Mortem is only a demo right now, and there's still a lot more work to be done, so I don't know how this game will play into the main story, but I'm excited to see. I also am hoping for more interaction with the desktop itself or puzzles, kind of like how the new No Players Online does it. If you're interested in hearing about that, my video on it will be down in the description, and there should be a card in the upper right. Shameless self-plug out of the way, let's get into the real game part of the game. We launch our emulator, launch our legally obtained ROM, and we're thrown into Mario 2. But all the characters aside from Luigi are kind of glitched out, and trying to select them anyway will kind of break the whole game, so I decided to just give Luigi the dub this time. And yeah, other than that weird glitch, it looks like I'm going to be playing some Mario 2. Gosh darn it. The whole level is glitched, and when you go far enough, the whole level is gone, and we find a faceless Mario off in the distance. Man, what can I say? I just love this cutscene. The jump scare is amazing, and it sets up the idea that Mario isn't truly the bad guy in just a couple of seconds. Not to mention the sprite work is absolutely amazing. It follows the color palette while still looking so detailed and terrifying. After the cutscene, we're thrown into a dark forest, and say it with me, Sonic.exe haters, it's not just a flat plane. There's some actual platforming and gameplay. After destroying this weird wall, we walk onto this bridge and come to a stop, and someone starts talking. Again, another amazing cutscene with some more impeccable sprite work. Also, it seems like Luigi has some plot armor or something. Oh wait, no, I see it now. I missed it in the cutscene. He had a totem of undying. Duh. The game crashes after this, and launching back in, we see this terrifying face, and we're launched into this cave dungeon thing, and we have to break ourselves free. There's some more platforming, and now there's even enemies, and of course they're not very Mario-like. They seem more zombie-like in a way. They seem like something you would see in Castlevania, if you know what I'm saying. We're seamlessly introduced to these doors that are opened by throwing turnips onto the platform, which, again, real gameplay rules. There's also this cool section with some ladder climbing and some projectile avoidance, which I think this is actually a good time to mention that the turnip throwing physics seem a little bit off. Like, if you're used to the real Mario 2 physics, it's going to be a little bit jarring. Though there is a section where you get a star and you get to mow through these jerks, so you know what? That just invalidated everything that I just said. However, after the star section, there's a part where this hand reaches out and grabs this enemy, and the ambient music cuts. After some more precarious platforming, we find this mangled toad corpse, and we have to analyze the still of his body to find the key. It's honestly a really cool moment. I love when games randomly add new mechanics without one. Oh my goodness! Toad is now a whole lot more scary, and we're put into this quick time event and have to grab this rock to knock him out. And now we're in a chase scene with some more dangerous platforming. And I especially like that the regular Mario 2 boss music is playing instead of a crappy loud jump scare noise or whatever. It's just a nice subversion of expectations. Also, of course, this Toad design has some really great and terrifying body horror, much better than just some bloody eyes. At the end, we close the gate behind us and we're saved! Until we get back on the bridge of endless despair again. Again, say it with me, great cutscene! And I also like that the creepy Mario is apologetic. I said it in my M.So video, but I love when the antagonist has some actual character and isn't just a psycho murder guy. After the cutscene, we get a bonus chance minigame, again with some really great sprite art. Anyway, in the next stage, Luigi wakes up in a pool of water, and we have to jump around a bit more, and are introduced to these creepy turnips that grow roots into your hands, so you have to throw them quickly after picking them up. After reaching a certain point, we get a cutscene and Luigi looks behind him to find this huge eye creature, and he politely asks us not to move. So now we've got a classic stealth kind of section, where when the eye opens, we have to stop moving, or else he'll shoot this yellow crap at us. And again, there's some really great music in the background. It's stressful, yet kinda epic. We're shown 2 different paths we must take to get rid of this goober, so of course I went downstairs first, and oh crap, it's the root turnip. This is honestly really smart, making the player stop while also carrying something that limits the amount of time that they can take to get to the end. It's just genius game design, and no, I'm not glazing. After opening the door at the end, we collect this eye artifact, and Mr. Eye Guy starts chasing us back through where we've just gone. There's a really cool screen shake effect that adds to the stress factor, which I always appreciate this kind of thing. After escaping, we've now got to go through the top route, and I like the use of the super high platforms because it uses Luigi's strengths well, since the high jump and slow fall makes this, well, possible. After reaching this second eye artifact, Mr. Eye Guy's eye rolls back, and it looks like we're safe. Take a shot every time I say eye, by the way. After retreating back to where we originally came from, we can now put the eyes into this face on the wall, and we can escape. We walk into the black void, and the voice comes back. And that's the end of the demo. Looking at these messages, looks like we've got LX Boy LOL to thank for the soundtrack, which may I state again is fantastic. LX Boy LOL along with Nikurazu and Pipe Dreams are also responsible for playtesting, which sounds great. I wish I could be a playtester for one of these games someday. One day, maybe. Oh, and of course there's also a thank you to Luigi Kid Gaming at the end, since this game was actually originally shown off in a Luigi Kid EXE Direct. Just another way Luigi Kid has helped hold up the EXE community alongside some really great devs. This game is honestly so amazing. Even though I just talked about it, I urge you to go play it for yourself. I'll leave both the itch page and the Game Jolt page down in the description so you can easily get to it. Anyway, with all that being said, why don't you hit the like button? It helps me out a lot. Also subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see more. I'm going to try to get back into uploading every 2 weeks, so I promise if you're a sub, it'll be worth it. Anyway, I've been Lopala Levi, you've been a great viewer, and...
Not so fast, pal. Did you really forget about the B-plot?
Well, no, but the B-plot didn't naturally come up, so I just kind of ignored it. Wait, I know that voice.
Of course you do.
Well, I'll be... Textureless Terry. I thought I'd never have to see your ugly mug again.